You see, this has got me thinking. Right now, it's 1:38 a.m. I'm alone. I'm miles from home. I have a fair amount of valuable materials in my backpack, and my phone is dead. I'm in quite a frightening situation at the moment, and that would probably prompt many people to try to run back to their house instead of being so out and about. And actually, you're right. Just take a look at me just last week when I was in the exact same situation as I'm in right now. Look at me. I was frightened, especially considering I'm not terribly strong. And in fact, I'm quite frail if you couldn't tell, and I wouldn't exactly last long in any fight. But today I was in the same situation, but I didn't feel that way at all. It's actually an odd phenomenon because, I actually had a great day today, and nothing substantial even happened either. It just felt like a good day. I had my usual classes. I ate the same meal as I always do on a weekday. I went for a walk. But it was odd because usually I would just go to the memorial, maybe stop by a park bench, and I did do those things, but usually that would be the end of it. I would go back to my house, would likely start homework, have dinner at one point, and rinse and repeat the very next day. But today I stayed outside. I just walked and walked, and I had no clue where I was going. I, for some reason, had this very slight sense of happiness, and don't ask me where it came from because I haven't a clue. To quote Brando, if I knew how to be happy, I would be the wisest person in the world, and that's obviously not me. I mean, it wasn't even fantastic weather either. It started raining at one point, but I still stayed outside. And don't worry, this isn't some PSA in an effort to get people to go outside more. I'm just telling my experience how it was. Anyway, I've been walking for hours now, and I was thinking to myself just a few moments ago, if I was to die right now in some gruesome, horrific fashion, then that would be just okay with me. And trust me, I'm not usually that way when it comes to death at all. I'm not the kind of person to just be okay with my fate, especially when I have so many people I've yet to see one last time. But when I was thinking back to that night I ran home, I realized that I was having quite a bad day that day. And now both you and I would naturally think that being sad would prompt a more if I die mindset, but it was just the opposite of that. It was as if today I had come to terms with my life. It was as if I had this moment of peace where no matter what happened to me, I knew I would be okay. It was as if I was spectating my own life and watching myself from a bird's eye view doing the most mundane activities and somehow gaining satisfaction from it. And not to get too dramatic or pretentious, but when it comes to the question of the meaning of life, I feel like it was answered for me today. But the funny thing is, I don't know what the actual answer even is. All I know is that I have it with me. And, it's crazy because I truly wish I could give you guys some sort of tangible event to really show you how I was able to feel this way. But it's just odd because, today is, and, now that I think of it, there was this one moment a few hours ago when I went to this pizza place down the street from my house, and I had this really profound moment that really affected me in a very emotional and sincere way. I hadn't planned to go to this place, but I asked for a table outside nonetheless, and it wasn't busy at all. In fact, I was the only one sitting outside. But I was sat down, and it gave me time to think, because throughout the whole day, I had been moving around, but now that I was still, my brain had time to ponder what I was doing there. And there was a split-second moment when I thought to myself, this is stupid. I should be doing homework and, being productive in some way. And I was about to get up and leave right there and then. But as my thoughts quieted down, I was able to hear music. The pizza place had a vinyl record player on the inside, and they were pumping the sound through the outdoor speakers. And the song playing was very pretty. And I think it was the combination of the view as well as the sound of that music that truly affected me in a very impactful and striking way. Anyway, it's definitely an interesting thought to have, and it's something that I feel like is going to stick with me for the next several years to come. I'm sorry if that's not as intellectual of a statement as you were hoping for, but I don't know, I feel like this one uneventful day is enough to keep me going. I wish I could know why it seems so nice to me, but I suppose if I knew the answer to that, then I would be at a pretty unfair advantage.